Welcome everyone to Digital Lift's monthly Lunch and Learn webinar series. We often have folks that come every month, so I'm seeing some familiar names. If you're here for the first time, welcome. It's great to have you. Our topic today is a really interesting one. We'll be hearing about the role of generative AI and digital literacy in healthy aging. We have a couple of wonderful presenters, Jolie Lam and Phyllis Lin from UC Berkeley. If you're here, if you're a repeat participant in these series, you may be wondering, where is Becca? Where's Becca Wright? She normally facilitates these, but she is on the tail end of her well-earned vacation, so I'm filling in today. My name is Josie Rose. I am the Senior Curriculum Manager at Digital Lift. If we have anyone who has worked with us but maybe didn't make it to last month's webinar, I want to mention our rebrand. We were previously called Community Tech Network, or CTN. We're now called Digital Lift, so just in case that's news to you, that's what that is all about. So, as always with these Lunch and Learn webinars, we're going to conclude the webinar with a random raffle giveaway to 3 lucky participants of a few of our online courses. Actually, today we're giving the winners an option to choose between an online course, Digital Equity and the Aging, or choose a Chinese language digital skills curriculum. So stick around to the end for a chance to win that raffle. And in the meantime, the QR code I'm showing will take you to look at all of our online courses if you're curious to see what we offer. We have trainings for digital literacy trainers, for managers, other specialized courses, and we also offer digital skills curriculum. So if you are an organization that teaches digital literacy classes and you're looking for a pre-made curriculum, you can check those all out. Without any further ado, though, I want to give a brief introduction to our valued speakers today. We have Jolie Lam, who's the program director with CITRIS and the Banatao Institute at UC Berkeley, and her colleague, Phyllis Lin, who's a research data analyst. And I'm sure they'll give a little bit more details about their work, but we're so happy to welcome them today. Jolie's actually presenting at a webinar for the second time. We're so happy to have you both with us today.
All right. Okay.
So let me stop sharing. And right before I turn it over to them, we have a quick poll. We'd love to hear your responses. This will help Jolie and Phyllis understand where the audience is coming from and what your perspective is on generative AI and the aging. So we just have 2 questions in this poll. If you could all take a minute to look through the answers and respond. And I'm just monitoring. We've got people are responding. Wonderful. Okay. Give just another minute or so for you all to answer the poll. Quite a wide range of responses we're getting here. I'm going to go ahead and end the poll and we can take a look at the responses. So to question 1 about how familiar your organization is with integrating AI-powered tools to support healthy aging, kind of a bit of a range, some answers to all, but the majority of you answered that you're aware of them but haven't implemented any. So that's great to hear. And then as for the second question, what type of support or resources would help your organization adopt generative AI to promote healthy aging? The majority of responses are really training for staff on AI and digital tools. So first getting the staff trained up and comfortable before you can start implementing that among the folks you serve. So thank you for responding to that poll. And with that, I would like to pass it over to Jolie and Phyllis.
Yes. Thank you, Josie, and thank you for participating in the pool. Helps us a lot. And for us in the future that we happen to have another opportunity to do a presentation and webinar like that, then we can go dive in deeper on the most popular, some of the features in a few popular generative AI tools like ChatGPT or DeepSeek. So I'm actually very excited and see you all and Phyllis and I. And also I noticed there's one of the participant here is using the Read AI meeting notes to take online notes, and also another audience participant using Order, Slack Order AI. So that's also another fantastic tool to take notes. And at my line of work, I also do recordings of meetings, and then I use Order AI in Zoom and sometimes in Slack to help me to generate the meeting notes, meeting recaps, and I go in and edit because as you know, we AI's tool is just a tool for us, and we are the one that actually can help and make the report or anything that's more tailored, customized to what we need. Okay, so let me go ahead and share the slide. Let's see. Okay, go here. So I'm just curious. I see that there's like three agencies said they are very familiar with the tools, the AI assistants, and also some of the tools. Can you share, if it's okay, could you put in the chat room or even unmute it and tell us what do you use most? Is anyone sharing in the chat which AI tools you use most? I use ChatGPT a lot. Okay. All right. Yeah. Again, thank you again to Josie's introduction and Digital Lift. And we are here. We are very excited here to show you what we have learned so far about generative AI tools and literacy for healthy aging. So next, I will have my co-presenter, Phyllis, to start off with celebrating all together the Older Americans Month. Please, Phyllis.
Yeah, so this month is the um Older American month, and yeah, I just want to put it first, like yeah, really nice to celebrate it, and yeah, so we want to create this page to celebrate this time, and maybe we can go to like the object page. Awesome. Yeah, thanks so much. And yeah, hi everyone. It's great to be here with you today. And let's take a quick look at where we are heading this session. So we are going to demystify what Gen AI and large language model, all about brush up on the essential of digital literacy, get familiar with some popular tools you may have heard of or may even use before, and then play with a few interactive example. And then at the end, we will also touch on some of the most important thing to keep in mind, like privacy, bias, and ethic. Sounds good. So let's dive in. Next page, please. Joey. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah, so what is Gen AI? So let's start with a um put it very simply. So it's kind of a artificial intelligence that doesn't just analyze data, it creates new content like text, image, music, you name it. And there are a few different type of model behind the scene. So the first one is the neutral network, like the grants, the transformers are the powerhouse in today's tools. And then the second one is the genetic algorithm mimic natural evolution to produce better output. And then there's a rule-based system. They are more old school, but still relevant in some cases. The key idea here is these models learn patterns from huge data set and use that knowledge to generate new things that feel familiar but are entirely new. Next page, please. Thanks. So what are large language model, or we call it LLMs? So we can narrow on like one specific type of genre, which is LLM. These models are trained on like a big amount of text from books to website, and their job is to generate and understand human language in a way that feels natural. They are trained using something called supervised fine-tuning, where they learn from examples of what good response look like. So some of the big name like you have shared before, like a GPT-4 by OpenAI, and then also Genetic one Jumbo from AI 21 Labs. So there are many of them, and they are already part of daily like our daily life. So they help to powering virtual assistants, help with translations, and even help to write some news articles. So now we know that these tools are, and we can talk about why they are matters and why it come to something like affect all of us, and which is aging. So next page. Yeah, thank you. So Gen AI isn't just about tech, it's about impact. And one of the most exciting area of impact is healthy aging. So according to the WHO, healthy aging means more than just living longer. It means more about maintaining functional ability and then well-being. It combines our intrinsic capacity, things like strength, memory, and mood, with the environment we live in, like our homes, communities, and policies. So the ultimate goal is person-centric, equitable approach to aging well and through the entire life course. So that's where digital literacy become essential. And we can talk more about it in next page. Awesome. So as our world become more connected, being digitally literate is a key part of aging well. So digital skills can help older adults to stay independent and confident, access health care more easily, stay connected with their loved ones, and then keep learning and growing, and also stay safe during emergency. But those are the real challenging too. Like there are fears of tech, um, accessibility issues, and then the cost of device or internet access. So when we bridge this gap, we keep unlock not just better aging, but also better living. Next page. Thanks. So here's a fun news, I would say, or fun fact. So by 2025, about 77% of devices around us will include some form of AI. So that means not just a phone or laptops, but also like our refrigerator, washing machine, vacuum cleaners, even showers and musical instruments. In other words, AI is already like used in our everyday life so often we, in a way, we don't even notice them. And now just bring this to life. Let's check some AI tools in action, and Jolie will share with us.
Thank you, Phyllis. Yeah, for the background introduction. So yes, learning generative AI about how to use it. We also want to understand what they are, and so that's why we want to let you know the basic ideas, and also they come from LLM, a set of data. Each different models like ChatGPT or DeepSeek, they use their model and they keep training the model. So they every time you ask a question, hopefully they will give you a better answer and understand your train of thinking by the question you ask them. So yeah, so as you can see here, just simply as the phone you own right now, everyone probably have a phone, smartphone already, and in there you can find all kinds of apps, and they all 77% of them already have, or if not, they are thinking about putting some AI technology. And the idea is to assist you, for faster decision making or generate more information for you. And yeah, I'm curious, and you can share in the chat room too. As far as in healthcare, that's the AI seems to be more applicable, or a lot of ideas or research I put into it into healthcare. So I put in there like variables, but then it's also about analytics, healthcare data science, and it's just I mentioned that just so happened in CITRIS, Phyllis and I belongs to the digital health team, and then one of our research project is to the role of AI in medicine and healthcare analytics. Okay, so let's go to the Okay, so I'm not sure. Well, I have a Facebook. Sometimes as ads comes up, and I find this very curious, and not sure if you've seen this before. So I just thought I want to show you, and not that you will have, that I'm the endorsement that want you to sign up, but it's saying that if you notice, is that on the picture, people over 40 who don't know how to use AI. Here's your 28 days AI challenges. And it's make it very simple. It's that, oh, all you have to do each day you learn one AI apps, okay? 15 minutes a day, and that's all it takes. And then at the end, you'll be able to do a lot of things like writing text, telling story, report, if it's related to work, increase your productivity and creativity. Probably, you can do some art, write music pieces, and also do all kinds of things. So I didn't I because it's commercial, so I kind of looked into it a little bit, but then they asking me questions like personal data. So again, we'll talk about the ethics and privacy concern later on in our presentation. So by that time, I stopped. But I just think it's interesting that it seems like what they're saying is that people over age 40 then probably would not know how to use AI. So I think we come to the right section, and then we can talk about more about generative AI tools here.
Good afternoon. Nice meeting you all.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Nice meeting you all.
Okay, sorry. So you remember when Josie showed you our photo and our title at UC Berkeley CITRIS, and the same photo. And what I did is I went to what is called DID, digital identity, I guess. And then here, when you see an underline, like it's a link embedded in there, you can go in and try it on your own. So again, I trying to be very cautious whenever I need to subscribe or provide personal information, but I was able to use it free trial. They will let us use free trial for 30 seconds and 10 words. So that's all I got. Good afternoon or good morning. Nice to meet you all. So yeah, I mean, it's good enough, right? 80% that looks like me. So yeah, that's one of the personal avatar I find pretty interesting to get people attention and something to talk about. So the next one I use a lot is Meitu. I see that in our audience we have some according to your last name is from Asia country. Well, I'm from Hong Kong, so I speak my mother tongue is Cantonese, but I speak Mandarin too. So I use 美图 a lot, 美图 because I have a daughter, as you can see. She just turned 5 years old in early May this month. So I take a lot of her pictures. And then I download this app, and as you can tell on the left-hand side, it says a lot of AI art, AI portrait, and everything AI, this AI, that AI. But again, I only use the free version. So whatever they can give me, I'll use it. So this is the photo. I just took quick snap of her in the car, and then I said, oh, let's give me some images, and then it will say, oh, here we go, original, dreamy, idle, cloudless. So I think they also have any other theme too, but I just so happen I use this just as a demonstration display to you. Okay, so now those are the fun ones. Those are the fun ones that create sound, create photo, and I also want to, as far as like for aging population, healthcare, I think I also want to introduce you to some practical generative AI tools also right now. And I not just United States, I think all over in Asia, Hong Kong, China, and Europe. So, and some, of course, we will need to pay. And so far, do you recognize all this icon, first of all? On my right-hand side, well, that's OpenAI's given. Any of this icon logos of the large language model chat that you familiar with or has used it before? Or you can also share your ideas and questions in the chat too. How about the one here? Looks like a star.
A few people are recognizing DeepSeek, Grok, Gemini, Claude.
Wow. Great. Awesome. Awesome. So we can have fun together. I will let you ask the question. So yeah, so this is again a brief introduction. For if we're talking about agency and also the care recipient and caregivers that you would like to introduce to your client, then I would say ChatGPT so far is still the most popular, and it might need subscription, but being that Phyllis and I in UC Berkeley, so we already subscribe to it. We have an educational license, and so is Gemini and Cloud. I use that because I want to test the difference of it, and so I pay out of my own. But again, for everything, you want to give it a try first before you really gonna buy it. And if you think you're gonna use it a lot, yes, go for it. So and then as far as like creative expression. Just now we talk about, we can do art, we can do music and writing stories, scripts like that, or journaling. Then you can try the Del-E. So that comes with OpenAI. So if you go in OpenAI and say like, I want to use Del-E to help me to do some visual art, and then you can use text to describe the background or color or whatnot, and then they're supposed to generate some graphics for you. So here's cannot emphasize enough is safety use, supportive use. So for older adults or for us, focus on what's easier, friendlier, and intuitive. So if it takes more than 5 minutes to figure it out, then something's wrong. And also nowadays, even ChatGPT allow voice control and also use different language too. I think I talked to one of the teacher at Patrick at Digital Lift, and he said that he started to teach his students, elderly students, and in learning voice control in ChatGPT using the voice and asking questions like that, which is very good. And again, a privacy issue, anything they will ask you about, do you accept these cookies? Can I use your data for this and that? And make sure you read it over. All right. So now the fun part. I can show you what I have done for this, and then I can go into each model, LLM model, and then I will need you to send me some question, and I can put it in the LLM model and then test it. So as you know, in June 14 is the Father's Day. So I thought, wow, how about against my daughter on the right-hand side, 5 years old. And that's on the left, that photo is my husband, Sean, and his grandpa. And then the one in the middle is my father-in-law. So basically it's 4 generations. Like my husband, Sean Zhang, great grandpa Zhang, and Harry Zhang, and Olivia Zhang. So let's go in and see. I go in to see. Let's start with ChatGPT, and then let's see what they can give me by putting the photo together. All right. Then I need to find. Okay, my ChatGPT. Here we go. Okay, so first I use ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT. Can you see my screen? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So now I'm in ChatGPT, and then I see from your poll result that a lot of you probably have heard of and seen, and so I will go slow on this. So this is I subscribe to this ChatGPT, so I can use all different kinds of model. So right now I'm just using the simple models. If I go down, it will ask me what model do you want to use. So right now I'm using ChatGPT 4o, but if I want to go to use other more sophisticated models, say like if I go to more models that's at GPT-4.5 and even suggest to me if I'm going to do something about more analytical reasoning research pieces, then it's better to use this model, GPT-4.5. And then if there's something quick, oh, give me, I want idea for dinner tonight. So then you can either use GPT-4.1 or GPT-4.1-mini, which just means that it takes less processing time. They give you the answer faster. So what's funny is that I try to give the 3 photo. I said, please create a greeting card or Happy Father's Day card with these 3 photo in ChatGPT 4.5. It couldn't do it for me. I tried, but so that's why I have to go back to ChatGPT 4.0. It's funny. So yeah, so I put in my question. And sometimes you remember to be more specific. The first time if you didn't get the result that you want, that means I might have to ask differently. So it's most of the time depends on how I ask the question. So, but again, being this is my AI assistant, and I'm the only one to use this, has my name and that. So the longer I'm communicating with this model, the longer I can train it, they will understand my fault, understand, oh, when I ask this, that means I want this and this and that. So it actually become really my assistant on writing emails, getting some ideas for my report or presentation. So as you can see, it's a little bit different. I mean, it get the idea. So as you saw on my presentation slide, this is a real photo, real person. So, but then if I said just combine it all together, then it give me, yeah, it did, but then everyone looks younger. Well, I'm happy, but it's not real, it's not realistic enough. Sean definitely doesn't look like that, but yeah, grandpa, everyone looks younger, but it did the job, right? And then Father's Day, and I didn't specify, say, oh, please also add the phrase Happy Father's Day. So it just randomly put Father's Day in there and got cut off. So but if I use the 4.5 version, it actually tell me that, oh, why don't you try Canva? So on my left hand side, I say, is that today? And you see I'm like going to this palm. This is what I just created with 4.0. Earlier on, I said I use 4.5. See, I use 4.5, and it wasn't able to create a photo for me, a card for me. But instead, it tells me, suggests to me how is it going to look like, the design that they suggest me to do. But it refused the model. 4.5 refused to put all the picture, all the person in one photo for me. So, but then it suggested recommended tools. Well, good enough. So what I did is I spent a little bit of time going to Canva. Can you see my Canva screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. So, okay, I was like, all right, I'll take it. Canva also have its AI assistant too. So, but if you want to learn more, we can talk about it next time. And specifically just on Canva or specifically just on ChatGPT or DeepSeek. So yeah, so now I'm happy. So that means I still have to be the one that do a little bit more work because I want a realistic grandpa, father-in-law and my little daughter. So yeah, I choose a template like Happy Father's Day, and then I can still put some hearts in there, kind of like matching with what our daughter has, and put some animation in there. So voila, you pick the one you like more. Okay, so that's that, and that's the fun part of it. Again, ChatGPT also good at writing reports. So anything I did before, as you can see, report submission, annual summary report, I rely on ChatGPT a lot. So let's go to Claude. At this time, I would like to ask the audience any question you want me to ask Claude. It's a French name. There's a history about why they choose this name, Claude. Any question from the audience you would like me to ask? So it has a write, learn, coding, live stuff, cloud choice, and again, it has like 4 and 3.7, 3.5.
Jolie,
Yeah.
Melissa asked a question. What is Claude best for?
Oh, well, how about I ask her myself? Well, okay, let me ask her first, and then I'll give you my perspective. Okay. Um,
Jolie, we do have another question that maybe we could ask Claude.
please. What question?
Yes, so how can generative AI enhance accessibility for
Mm,
people with visual and hearing issues? That's a great question.
yeah, very good question. Very good question. Mm, that is a very good question indeed. I would have to look into it more.
Could you ask Claude that?
I was so tempted to do so. Okay. Could you repeat that again? How does
Um,
Claude?
how can generative AI enhance accessibility for
Mm-hmm,
people with visual and hearing issues?
mm-hmm. Because we already said that ChatGPT has the voice control, right? So that's one thing we can do. Visualability, right? And
Accessibility for people with visual and hearing issues.
okay, and hearing issue or concern. So I think it would take it even though I have a typo. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Yeah. Okay, visual. I hope you can see my screen. Otherwise, I can enlarge it too. So I like the fact that it's text to speech again, and hearing real-time transcription and captioning, sign language translation. Cross model. Okay, let's ask this question in ChatGPT. I think when I want to write a essay, say like I really need to write a report and also much more professional tones of language, then I rely on Claude. And ChatGPT, it's fast and quick. Like for emails or simple summary, meeting notes, recaps. But if I really want to write a very professional marketing pieces, doctoral dissertation report like that, white paper, then I relied on Claude more. Because I think Phyllis also remind me that ChatGPT can only take up to 30 pages. So like what I did before is I download a journal article, academic journal article, 30 pages. Then I had ChatGPT run it through, give me a summary. But then of course I will still have to be double referencing and cross-check because they have photos and all that. They may not able to read them all. So I usually use two models, one either a DeepSeek, Claude, and ChatGPT to verify. Okay, so let's ask the same question in ChatGPT. Oh, here we go. New chat. And then I think this time, yeah, let's try 4.5. This is a good question. So let's try 4.5 instead of 4.0, 4.0. So I'm not sure if it's answering your correct your question that how you want it. So you actually want to know if ChatGPT can help you or any other software. So it's giving us the example of viewer application. So if you use Microsoft, when you're in Microsoft, then you can look for Seeing AI. When you're using Google Live, then you can use whatever AI feature they have for hearing and hearing impaired and visual impaired, right? And then for Zoom, like here, Zoom, we have the agent, AI companion, definitely can do the voice to text or text to voice translation, transcription for you. And also up in the front here, enhancing accessibility of visual impairment. So image description and alt text that we do it a lot at Berkeley when we do presentation. When we put images, we have the alt text, right? And we are very, very, very keen on providing accessibilities for visual and hearing impaired. So, but other than saying command, telling them in voice, like answering them, are they gonna give us voice back in ChatGPT or Claw or DeepSeek? Then I will have to look more into it. But when you use different kind of tools nowadays, then like Microsoft and Google and Gemini, they should be able to have that, and Apple too. Yes, Felix, is there anything you want to add?
I think you explained really well. Yeah.
Okay, good. Any other question? Thank you, Phyllis.
Yeah, Jolie, we had another question. David is wondering about how generative AI can help older adults who want to improve their English reading and writing skills.
All
And
right.
if anyone else in the audience would like to share, if you have any experience with this, please feel free to put in the chat.
Okay. Absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yep. Mm. For me, it helped me a lot. Again, I may not have time to go into DeepSeek, but Gemini is also good. I have DeepSeek here. DeepSeek is free for sure, and it also you can download it in to your smartphone too. And then you have Gemini and you have Gawk. So each has the give and take, have the pros and cons. So as I use ChatGPT a lot, so let's go back to ChatGPT. So for example, uh, my English is my second language. As I said, my mother tongue is Cantonese, and most of the time at work, I need to speak Mandarin, 普通话. And so I usually have that doubt, like, oh, can they understand me? American English then is different from British English. And do I write a word, do I type the word properly? So that's why I rely a lot on ChatGPT. So it definitely improve my English. So let me go back to one of the report. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go back to tech. Wait, semi-annual report follow-up. So before I will have to spend like a day, panicking how to write my report, semi-annual report with the finance and all that. Now it's not that I'm not going to check it because I still have to check the figure if they get it right. But then it's like 2 hours. Then I got my semi-annual report done, and then I just have to go in and edit it. And when I'm done, then of course I will send it to my boss to review them, right? So I type my English. Blah, 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 blah. What did I do? Oh, here it is. So I put in like, please edit my email content. Dear all, I would like to follow up, blah, 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 blah. This 6 months report. And then if you have any question for me, and then we have other, colleagues, Marina and Mariam, they're in the finance field. I said, oh, I finished this spreadsheet of the 6 month financial. Could you also take a look at that? And I remind them, please, review it before end of this month and which tomorrow, because it's 2 months turnaround time. So basically that's the idea. I just type it all in. And I said, please edit. So by now, I don't even have to be so precise, like, please provide me a proper American English version, because I've done this a lot. So he already know that ChatGPT already know what I want. So he's the result. He's a revised version of your email for clarity, professionalism, and flow. Okay. So it even give me a heading, a subject heading, follow up on semi-annual report review and invoice timing. Okay. So dear all, da, 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 da. So sometimes I don't want to sound so formal. So if it is professional, it's a dear, but my boss says usually hi, or even say hi, just say Jolie. But I usually just say hi, David, hi, Miriam, and Marina. And I usually take this out. I hope this message found you well, because I know them, we work daily. So I don't have to every time say, I hope this message found you well. So that's the part that I have to edit it and to my tone. Jolie, this is Jolie. Is it Jolie AI assistant email, or it's really come from Jolie or her assistant, AI assistant? So I usually take this out. And I will say, I would like to follow up, blah, 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 blah. And one thing that I learned from ChatGPT is sometimes he put a lot of dash for me, a dash, and I don't like it. And also it will have abbreviation. It will sometimes say, it is, say, for example, this is a report. They were this a report. And I always like to spell it out like this is. So like if there are, sometimes it will say if there are apostrophe RE. I don't like that, so I have to go back and change it too. So is that answering your question? Any other question? Anything I can demonstrate to you to test it out for you?
We had some good other comments in the chats just about using these chatbots for things like translating as a live interpreter, creating lesson plans. I know I have worked with a lot of older adults who are Russian speakers, and I've encouraged them to, if you want to practice English, but you don't have, a friend, a native speaker just to speak with, you can use it to just practice conversation and give it instructions to say, correct any mistakes, explain any mistakes I'm making.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's very good. Thanks for sharing your insight and experience. Yes. Yes, and in PowerPoint slide, I also learned it a couple months ago. They also have a AI assistant there, so I can practice. And then it will give me feedback. Oh, you do a lot of sometimes when now I'm doing it again, like so the presentations like PowerPoint slide, you will tell me you shouldn't use that much. And then it will even time me. Oh, good. Now you're using more words than just for example. Like maybe he would suggest I will have to use such as instead to illustrate instead of just always for example. So I can share with you later too. So I found that features, the AI features in PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint is very helpful for me when I practice my presentation. And also the tone, the speed and the tone also pace and the pacing.
Jolie, there was also one question. Someone shared that they work with a lot of older adults who don't really use computers and are more likely on their smartphone. Are all of these tools equally available on a smartphone? And also, do you have any advice if she said they're terrified of AI? If we have folks who are scared of AI and reluctant to give it a try, do you have any advice for that?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, in the beginning, I was also very terrified with AI, and the thing is, I don't know if I should trust them with the things I gave them, right? Because, uh, like for now, I usually ask the questions related to work, and so again, once I use the AI, so everything in there, there's a guideline. There's a privacy and guideline. So UC Berkeley will tell me what kind of data that I can put in there. So I haven't tried it yet, but some have tried like putting their medical records in there, like a report, result, and to get a second opinion. Because some folks in the field say that the AI, generative AI, just is just as good as the physician give you the diagnosis or second opinion. But I haven't done that yet because I'm not sure, it's out there. You put it in there, I subscribe to it. I don't know, someone else will use my information, medical records for the analysis, right? So that is when I said I'm worried and scared about using AI. But as you can see, it's easy to use. It's just a matter of you, yourself, or I will have to decide what kind of information I put up there. So I will never put student information, UC Berkeley student information, or anything that not in my project. So the financial, we are a public institution, and this is a contract already signed. So the budget and all the finance, I can put it up there. Anyone who want to investigate, look at it, it's supposed to be open to public. UC Berkeley is a state and university, but student records, no. And so as far as terrified, I think as I mentioned, I really, really appreciate your answer to question number two, because the more training you have, the more understanding, and also understanding the space in between what you can use, what you shouldn't use, or what you should give them, the model to help you get the answer, the better, and you feel more confidence that you will not be terrified. But at least every time you do things like that, it still should be with caution, right? Just like when we nowadays a lot of fraud, not just, let's not say AI, let's just say phone call scam. I still getting them, and then a text message. Oh, I approved your loan already. When did I get a loan from you? And he didn't mention my name. Then that's, I know that you don't even know me. And then there's a traffic at DMV is going to revoke your license if you don't pay this fine. It's like, what? I haven't been out of my house like the last 48 hours. So it's we need to, as a human, need to also take responsibility and also discernment. And then also a support group, like your agency, you're the agency, you have your client, talk more, keep talking more about it. So the digital literacy course that Digital Live provided, and also seminar like this will help us, by sharing our experience, by asking questions that will help. So phone, Apple, smartphone, is there any apps? I think DeepSeek is the only one as far as like free, and also can be downloaded from your Apple Store, Android, and use on your yeah, phone. Other than that, all of this I have sharing here, you need an iPad or a laptop to able to use and access it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Anyone can
I
share that
I
experience?
I have ChatGPT on my phone
Oh,
as an
okay.
app, and I usually use it on my computer, but it does work as an app, and it's just the free version of ChatGPT.
Okay, thank you, thank you. See, I haven't been because I have to write a lot of report, and the interface, the layout is better if I use it in the. Thank you for letting me know. I'm glad they do that. Do have it now. Awesome.
So Jolie, did you have any last thoughts before we move to the raffle?
Uh, well, we do have one more slide and
Okay.
about protecting personal data. Phyllis, would you like to share with us?
Yeah,
And
yeah. So, it's really nice to hear all the discussion and then also the demo before. And now before we kind of wrap up, let's spend maybe a minute on something like really, really important, which is ethic in AI. So the first is privacy. Gen AI often use like massive data set that may include sensitive personal info, like Jolie had mentioned, like student information. So it's crucial to handle that data responsibly and follow privacy law. And second is the bias. So if the training data contains unfair patterns, the AI may repeat them. So developers must active check for and also reduce bias. And then the third is human judgment matters. So even when AI gets really good, we should always keep humans in the decision-making loop. AI is the tool, but not a replacement. So for example, like Jolie mentioned before, when she write the email, she still spend some time to review it and then make it better. So yeah, that's basically the this like ethic page. Yeah.
so yeah, thanks, Josie. That's all our presentation.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, both of you. And there were a couple of other chat questions in the chat that we'll try to respond after the fact. But thank you all for your active participation during this. It's an interesting topic and one that's changing every day, it seems. So just to wrap us up here at the end, I had a couple little announcements to share. Um, Jolie, can you see my screen? Yes. Okay, great. So first off, this is a monthly series that we do of webinars. It's a different topic every month. And next month is June. Hard to believe. We're already to June. But June 26th, the topic will be LGBTQIA plus tech advocacy. So we'll be focusing on digital challenges faced by this community. And we'll have a special panel of, I think, 4 guests sharing their expertise on this subject. So to get registered, you can go ahead and scan that QR code, or you can always find these webinars too on our website, digitallift.org. And we'd love to see you there. We also are always announcing the coming month's webinars through our newsletter and so forth. So we'd love to see you there. And then finally, we can move into our raffle giveaway. So if you're still here, we're glad to have you. We're going to be awarding the prize to 3 people today. And in this case, you get to choose. So one of the choices is a giveaway of our online course, Digital Equity in the Aging. So this is great if you work with older adults, or if you are an older adult yourself, you might find this interesting as well. This course focuses all about digital use among older adults and why it might be less than younger folks, factors contributing to that, ways of encouraging digital connection among older adults, and also special skills for teaching digital skills to older adults, as well as ways that we can enhance the accessibility of our devices. So that's one option. And then we're also offering a free technology curriculum in Chinese. Digital Lift creates digital skills curriculum in lots of different languages, one of them being Chinese, and we teach digital skills classes in Chinese. So if you go that route, you can choose between an Android or an iPad curriculum, which includes both a learner booklet meant to be printed and given to your students. Those are full of screenshots and step-by-step instructions, and a trainer guide to help the instructor prepare for those lessons and get additional resources and training tips. So let me list our names. So if you're here and you hear your name, please unmute, shout, let us know. So first off, we have Asia Lavender. Let us know if you're here. Okay, going down the list. I apologize if I mispronounce any names. Cheng Lao. Cheng Lao. Are you here?
They are on the call. We can see them.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. Congratulations. How about Christina Bay? Christina Bay or Christina Bay? Okay. I do see.
Yeah, she's in there.
Yes. Okay, great. You are one of our winners, Christina. We'll be in touch afterwards. Great. Jackie Park. We got a Jackie Park. Okay. How about Eileen Lai? Eileen Lai. Okay. How about Eric Santos? Eric Santos, going once. Delma Wood.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Ooh, great, Delma. All right.
I never win anything. That's great.
You did today. That's wonderful.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Well, congratulations. So you three winners will be following up next week to see which prize you would like to win. But thank you, all of you, for coming today and for engaging so actively in the chat. Thank you so much to Jolie and Phyllis. A super interesting topic, great presentation, and everyone have a wonderful weekend ahead. I hope you enjoyed the hopefully shorter week than usual with Memorial Day, and we're already back to the weekend soon. So we'll see you all next month, we hope. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye.
Support the Digital Equity Act. That's under attack.
Yes. I don't know who
Absolutely.
said that, but yes.
Whoever said that, thank you for saying that.
We
I
are
was
in the mighty fight.
I was going to ask, one of the questions I was going to ask was to please ask it how to best protect the Digital Equity Act.
Use all the checkbox available. Use all of them and just see what can be done. But the best outreach are our political representatives, state, federal, local, so that there's a concerted effort and there's a coalition to fight back, which politically was a overwhelming bipartisan approval in Congress during the Infrastructure Act under the Biden administration that is now being really attacked unconstitutionally. So have our political and government representatives help lead that effort, and let's get on board with this.
Yeah.
We are working on it.
So maybe ChatGPT can help us draft really convincing emails, phone scripts to contact our representatives.
Absolutely.
That's a good start.
Yep. Thank you so much, Al. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Josie.
Have a good week.
You too. Bye.